Hey, what's going on, Pats Nation? Hey, we're a little less than 48 hours from the game. Got a special guest joining me tonight. We're gonna do this show today. It's a special preview. Now, I normally don't bring out these often, so it can be a special preview tonight with Real Bucs Talk. He's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers content curator, so he's gonna come on the show and jump in here. He could jump in here with me shortly, talk about the game and give his thoughts, his predictions. Might have some bold predictions in there. But yeah, so we're gonna do a quick preview of the game. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you hit that share button, and make sure you all subscribe to the Cans Pats Talk Patriots podcast, man. I really appreciate it. Real Bucs Talk, what's going on with you, man?
How are you doing? It's good to be here.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good, man. I'm sure you're doing pretty good. Your Buccaneers coming off a bye. They was a little bit banged up going into the bye. I think I'm looking at the injury report now. You still do have a few injuries. We're gonna get into that here shortly. Going into the bye, whatnot. How did you think your team was playing? How did you think the Buccaneers was playing heading into the bye?
Yeah, I think defensively they were definitely picking it up. I thought. Especially the last 2 weeks, even in the loss against Detroit, I thought the defense was playing pretty solid. Unfortunately, I think, injuries catch up with our offense, and Baker Mayfield especially. I think he was dealing with a oblique injury, and that was definitely affecting some of his accuracy on throws. And they say this week that, he's back to close to 100%, and you're hoping that you see some of that juice that had in the previous weeks as far as the zip on throws. But yeah, I think for the most part it was a bye much needed. They still are banged up, with a lot of key players out. Chris Godwin, you don't have Bucky Irving, Son Reddick as well. Mike Evans, unfortunately, out for the year pretty much. So yeah, it's just they're trying to make do with what they have, and Emeka Buka is a big part of that, and trying to get the offensive line as well. Hopefully Luke Gedeke can play this week. That'll be a big addition to their group.
The Godwin injury, how many games has he played this year? Because I know the Patriots were heavy. They were heavy on him in free agency. We offered him a bag. He still didn't want to come up there, so he stayed in Tampa. Is this injury on the same leg, or has he played yet?
So he came back against the Eagles in week 4, and he played the whole game. Everything was fine. He actually went into the next week against Seattle and played pretty much the whole game there, but he did suffer a setback. It looks like it was a new injury, same leg, but they're calling it a fibula injury. So that could be a number of things. Could be, whether it's a stress fracture or something along that line. But he's starting to run. They're trying to get him, ready to go. So I would think probably the next couple of weeks he might return.
And I know y'all missing Jalen McMillan. I like him in the draft. I actually wanted him, but we got Jalen Polk. We got the wrong Washington receiver. I actually wanted McMillan. I don't know what we was thinking, but I know he's been now. I think does he have a fibula injury or something, collarbone or something like that? I think.
No, actually, it was a neck injury. So he's dealing with a fractured neck. So it's very delicate. And they're hoping he can be back around December at the soonest. But he's again recovering. Still in a neck brace right now. So.
And with Bucky Irving, I've been seeing some Bucs fans on Twitter just go crazy. Like, that is one of the strangest things. When the last time he's played?
Yeah, the last time he played was in week 4, and that was against the Eagles. And I think they're being very cautious with him again, a shoulder injury. I know a lot of fans are upset because that is fantasy football, I think, is definitely
Yeah,
related to that. He was a high, pick in fantasy, a lot of fantasy drafts. So, I understand the frustration, but at the same time, this is an investment that the Buccaneers have to protect. I
yeah,
think you look at it that first. They're hoping he can be back within the
right.
next couple weeks as well.
And I know Hassan Reddick, he's been out the last couple of weeks. I think he got hurt in one of your games before the bye. I kind of not surprised. I kind of figured he's going to be out. So your
Mhm.
pass rush might take a little hit there. For the Patriots, I know Kayshawn Booty hamstring issue. He's not going to be playing.
Mhm.
Ramondre's out with the toe issue, and Christian Ellis are starting linebackers out. So we're down 3 starters. You guys are down a bunch of starters and whatnot. So, but you guys
Right.
are coming off the bye. And it's kind of crazy to come off that bye and still be banged up. So I'm sure y'all was hoping to get a lot of guys back, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these injuries shape up and how they fare for both teams and whatnot come Sunday at 1 o'clock. It's gonna be an interesting game. Moving on to the game. I know you done did your breakdown of whatnot. I watched a lot of your YouTube stuff and whatnot. Hats off to you, man. You do a great job. Love your content.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. What are your early thoughts on the Patriots?
Patriots are, I mean, they are a Mike Vrabel coach team. Like you can just see, like Vrabel he's done a great job with this. Just coming in here, early in the offseason, establishing what he wants for this team. And you can see like they are just built a very solid foundation. Really disciplined, don't make too many mistakes. They're a smart football team. And I think, their turnover margin I think was at even. But for the most part, they do a good job of taking care of the football.
Ever since that
And,
Steelers game
and
where we had 5 turnovers against the Steelers, still almost won the game.
right. Yeah. I mean, and that's credit to, you have the coaching staff and you have this quarterback coming along, man. He is playing lights out in Drake May.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the deep ball area, he is one of the best in the league. And there has been instances where there's been a lot of sacks, and I know some of it offense line, some of it's
Mm-hmm.
Drake May trying to, extend plays and such. And then defensively, they have it figured out. Especially up front with Christian Barmore. You have the edge rushers and Harold Landry getting him, over, and then Chase on has been a really good addition as well. So, and then the back end, they play smart, with the corners, Christian Gonzalez, a young up and coming player, and Carlton Davis, we know very well from his days in Tampa. He's a good player too. The problem with him is just, can he stay healthy? So far, so good. He's done that. And then, yeah, they just have a really solid team, just smart, well coached. You can really see that. And they're taking advantage of an AFC conference that,
Mm-hmm.
it's wide open, really. It's right there for the taking.
Sometimes I have to sit back and look at it and pinch myself. Like, are we really 6-2 or 7-2 now? Like,
Yeah.
a part of this is like too good to be true. But then you look at the games, and I host watch parties on game days. I've been looking. I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, I think we're really. I mean, people been saying the schedule and stuff like that. You only can play who's in front of you, and you just
Yeah.
said it yourself. Like you've been very impressed and whatnot. And it's not even the team. It's like Drake May. Like he's come a long way. Josh McDaniels
Mhm.
has meant a whole lot to him, just
Yeah.
scheming things up and it ain't like we playing with talent like the Eagles or what the Bengals got outside, or even what y'all got when y'all fully healthy. I mean, you got
Mhm.
Stephon Diggs, 31 years old, off a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Kayshawn Booty, he was a day 3 pick. Now he could have been a first round pick, but he's not even playing Sunday. You got your young team now. You got Cal Williams, got Pop like Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. They're a bit older, so it's not like we're playing with the. And then he got rookies protecting his blind side. So I
Mhm.
think, I mean, the other sacks, or I don't like him taking out the sacks, but we still be complaining if he's forcing the ball instead of taking the sack. So it's like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. So I see a lot of Pats fans complaining about he's taking a lot of sacks and he got to get rid of the ball. But then if you start forcing it, then you're gonna be complaining about that. So kind of
Mhm.
gotta draw that line. And Drake May, I just want him to be careful. Like he runs kind of wide open sometimes, kind of
Mhm.
wild, and he just runs like a wild buck sometimes. So he got to stay healthy because in this league we know you will get hit, and all it takes. I mean, look at RG3 and Cam Newton, Lamar, Jaden Daniels. Now, like some of these running quarterbacks in the past, they get nicked up a little bit. So,
Yeah.
but he can run. He can run. I really like him. I just like he's a smart. He's not an error repeater. He's smart. I mean,
Yeah.
he's smart at picking up disguises or whatnot. He don't make the same mistakes, man. I just love him, man. He takes full accountability. The way he answered that question at the press conference the other day about he could have threw the offensive line on the bus, but he did. He said, "No, it's me, my fault. I'm holding on to the ball too long." So that's what I
Mhm.
love about May, man. I think we're about to get into this short with this next topic. I think he's leading right now MVP candidate. Matt Stafford's
Oh,
been
yeah.
having a good year. It was Mahomes that he fell off the last couple weeks, especially last week. He was bad against Buffalo. Baker
Mhm.
was up there, but he kind of struggled against Detroit against the Lions. Right
Yeah.
now, I think Drake May gets my vote for MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I would put him right there in the top 5 for sure. He's definitely in consideration the way he's playing, especially like you mentioned with the young talent that is surrounding him. And also you have a new coaching staff. So trying to get adjusted to that and getting used to the offense. But like I said, with Mike Vrabel, they really do a good job of, understanding what their assignments are. And they always have a good game plan. So I think you play the Patriots, that's one thing I look at. You have to be prepared and ready to go, or else it's going to be a long day. And I'm thankful they beat the Atlanta Falcons last week. That was a good win. Always excited to see that. But yeah, I mean, they just do they really do a good job of like imposing, and they know how like play that physical style, and they really resemble their coach. And I think you see that often.
What concerns you the most in this matchup about the Patriots from an offense standpoint or defense standpoint? What really concerns you the most, or what's the area you think the Patriots could take advantage of Tampa?
Yeah, for sure. I when I look at the Buccaneers on offense, their interior offensive line versus the Patriots
Mm-hmm.
front, the
Milton
interior
Williams,
defense.
Christian Barmore,
Yeah, that definitely concerns me. That has been an area of weakness for the Bucks so far, especially in pass protection, just game planning for the potential stunts and different
and
type of
Baker can
move.
get jittery in that pocket too. I've seen.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and again, some of that goes back to the injuries he was playing with, but also it goes to just the defensive coaches, and like a lot of people are understanding. Okay, we might want to spy Baker because Baker, again, when he gets outside the pocket, he can become dangerous as well. But yeah, I would say their defensive line definitely is the biggest concern for me. Then looking at their offense, again, it goes back to Drake May. And I think the way he's able to attack the middle of the field, especially against the Buccaneers linebackers, that would be a concern for me. And getting the balls out to the running backs or under Henry and et cetera. I think that will be the matchup to watch for sure.
And vice versa. I think from a Tampa Bay Buccaneers perspective, I'm gonna stick with the linebacker. I don't think my linebackers are the best, and Christian Ellis is out. Now he ain't been great this year, but he's been
Mhm.
okay. I love Cade Otton at tight. I don't think he gets a lot of
Yeah,
credit, but y'all ain't
he's
gonna say I wouldn't
underrated.
say he's a top 5 tight end, but he's up there. He's pretty good. I love the Buka and Gonzo matchup. That's gonna be that must see TV. That's gonna be fun because Buka lines up all over the place. I wish y'all were healthy though. I wish Evans and Garvin was playing because I don't want if New England was to win this, they would banged up or hurt. But Baker been putting up some numbers without Evans and Godwin. He still looked good. Now that Detroit Lions game, I want to ask you about that. What went wrong really in that game? Because that was I thought for sure Tampa Baker was going to light that banged up secondary up of Detroit.
Yeah, sorry, I think I lost you for.
Yeah, you there? Probably have some. There you go. Put them back in. There we go. We're
Sorry.
back.
All right, sorry about that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
about
asking
it.
about the Detroit Lions game. What happened in that game, man?
Yeah, Detroit, I think, just did a really good job of playing man coverage. They were really playing aggressive. They also had a good game plan with their linebackers. Their linebackers are really versatile and how they want a QB spy. They really had a spy on Baker Mayfield the whole time, so there really wasn't opportunity for Baker to do some creative things outside of structure, outside of the pocket. And yeah, it was tough because you lose Mike Evans during that game, and you're counting on guys that are stepping up into new roles. And it was also difficult because the O line, like I said, they have struggled with interior pass blocking. You also had Charlie Heck against Aiden Hutchinson, and we were basically sending 5 guys to Aiden Hutchinson on most plays. So it was tough. Yeah, that was just a really well executed game plan by Detroit. And again, I thought our defense played pretty well in that game. It's just unfortunate the offense couldn't hit on plays. There was plays to be made, but with the injuries to Baker, the accuracy was kind of hit or miss, and he
Right,
missed
yeah.
some opportunity. Yeah, he missed opportunities to hit some touchdowns.
What do you think? What do you think is some things that Baker Mayfield kind of struggles with?
So with Baker, I think the biggest thing for him is taking what the defense gives you, because at certain times he gets kind of locked into making
Yeah, he could
those
be a
big plays.
gunslinger.
Yeah, he is, and he trusts his arm quite a bit. And for the most part, it's been good. I think he's done a good job of trying to avoid the turnovers, which he has done for the most part. But yeah, I would say that is his biggest weakness as far as just focusing on the downfield shots. And then also seeing the pressure from, especially in the middle pressure. I think if
Yeah.
you can get an interior pressure on him, that can cause some issues definitely
Yep.
for the offense, and that can get them out of rhythm.
This Talbot defense, and I like the second. I like Jamel Dean, man. He remind me of Brandon Browner. You remember Brandon Browner from the Patriots? Like Jamel Dean, he's rocked, man. And then you got McCullum. I think he's playing some good ball.
Right.
What you think about Parrish, the slot corner? I think he was rumored to go to the Patriots in the draft. We brought him in for a visit. I actually wanted Parrish in the draft prospect, but I think we might try to go after him a little bit and probably stay away from Dean and McCullum. McCullum's been solid, but I think Dean gets penalized a lot. You know, you got the old savvy vet, Antoine Winfield. It's crazy we call him a veteran now because he seems like he just came in the league, a bit on the side, but he's a good player. And then I think you got Tyke Smith back there. So what you think about your secondary?
Yeah, the secondary it's been one of our strengths so far on defense, and I think it's continued to get better. Jacob Parrish has been really good for us as far as nickel. His ability in run defense, I think, is so underrated, and also Tyke Smith being able to be that extra linebacker down the box. So that is what you can expect from Todd Bowles' defense. They're really going to commit bodies to stop the run game. Make sure you force the other team into one-dimensional. And try to find ways to confuse Drake May, and hopefully, it's all about getting those turnovers. That's going to be a real big key in this game. It's like,
Drake, I said on my show this week, if we do not turn the ball over, we got a good chance to win the game. We can't turn the ball over. We just can't.
Yeah, and you can say that for both sides. I think it's really going to be the key in this one. Who can win that turnover battle, and when do those turnovers happen, and how does it set up, the opposing offense? But yeah, I mean, secondary has been good for the Bucs, and it's going to be a good matchup, especially with how the Patriots utilize their receivers. Stephon Diggs is starting to come on, and then you have Pop Douglas, who's really shifty and kind of different. Brings that different element to the offense.
I expect Parrish to see a lot of Pop Douglas.
Yeah, I would expect that to be a great matchup to watch. And really, like I said earlier, it's going to be Hunter Henry, and how does he go up against our linebackers? How does Tyke Smith come down into the box? So that'll be interesting to see how they match up there. But yeah, that is definitely something to look out for.
Yeah, Cabos and his scheme, he mixes it up a lot. You got zone and some man. I love his blitzes, man. I was doing my film breakdowns earlier this week, looking at all 22. You don't know who's coming. Yeah. You really don't. Everybody just it looks the same. And next thing you know, I'm thinking a linebacker just gonna stay there. He comes because he don't really show like he's coming or whatnot. So it's good. He good at the same pressures, and he's gonna have Drake May in the blunderman. I think, man. Y'all gonna come after. Now May's been like the best quarterback, the best QBR against the blitz. And he's good at pre-snap disguising and looking at. I mean, Bose is good at that, but Drake May is good at diagnosing that. So he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league against the blitz or whatnot. I don't think y'all don't let up a lot of deep passes in Tampa. Y'all don't really let up a lot of deep passes, but Drake Mason did like the best deep ball thrower this year. So
Yeah,
it's
yes.
gonna be a good matchup, man. I think without Monte Stevenson, I think y'all can test out Chevion Henderson, his pass blocker. He was good at coming out of college about that, but he really hasn't been good. But I've said on my show this week, y'all coming at him third down, second long, y'all gonna blitz like heck. Tampa's gonna come. So it's gonna be an interesting matchup and see if the Drake make it hurry up and get to the answers. What answers does Josh McDaniels have for the blitz on Sunday? So can't
Right.
wait to see what happens there, man. Um, do you? We talked a little bit of pre-show about this. Do you expect a big turnout of Patriot fans to be in Tampa?
I do. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be. I mean, this is a very expensive ticket right now. It's I think the cheapest ticket's like just over $200.
yeah.
So I would expect it's gonna be a good majority of Patriots fans. There'll be
So more Patriot
um
fans than Bucs fans
I think it's gonna be close. I said 50-50, but yeah, there's a lot of Patriot fans already living down here, and I would expect them to show up.
Yeah.
And we've dealt with that in past games with the Eagles. I mean, it was basically 70-30 Eagle fans.
Dang, for real?
Yeah, that week 4 matchup.
Can you
Uh,
can tell it too when you in the stadium too? I'm sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. So it will be, yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see how that affects on both sides of the ball. And it wouldn't surprise me if it's pretty loud when the Bucks are on offense. So
They say it's a tough place to play at in Tampa, though. They say it's. I mean, I don't watch a
there's
lot of Bucks. When Tom was with y'all, I was watching y'all every week, but I haven't really watched a lot of Bucks the last few years
it can be tough. I think I was looking at the weather report. There might be a chance of rain,
during the
but
game.
maybe during the game. But again, I think usually those showers usually tend to wipe out before the game starts. So we'll see. Also, another thing is like field goals down here in Ray J can be a little tricky because there's
Really?
kind of that. Yeah, there is a kind of cross wind that come from a certain direction in the stadium. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah.
But I believe your kicker has been pretty solid. I think
Yeah,
for the
Borgales, he come from
yeah.
Miami. We played the Dolphins about a month ago. That was in
Okay.
September, the second week of the season. So we don't been to Florida, not Tampa, but we was in Miami. So
Mm,
that's good. That's Andrew Borgales. He went to college at my University of Miami. So we
okay.
should be interesting, man. I'm definitely gonna be looking out for that. Are you going to the game?
I wish. No, I will be watching it at home and enjoying the AC and everything. So
Okay, sounds good. All right, bold prediction. Well, X Factor for Sunday.
okay. Yeah, X Factor I think is Yaya Diaby, the Buccaneers
Yeah.
edge rusher, going up against Patriots Will Campbell. I think that's going to be a fun matchup to watch.
Hmm.
Yaya has been probably our best pass rusher so far this year, and just seeing how they are going to utilize Yaya, and it'll be interesting to see. I know you saying we're going to blitz a lot. I actually expect us to do a lot of sim pressure, like you were discussing,
Okay.
where we're mainly going to try to rush for early on, but then at certain points you might see the blitzes come in later.
But I
But
haven't really been that good. We just getting to the quarterback with just four, right? This year.
it's been kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying like yeah, if he can have a good game, that will definitely be an X factor for the Buccaneers on defense. So I'll go yeah Diaby.
Who do you expect to replace Hassan Reddick?
So Hassan Reddick, it'll probably be by committee. They're gonna
Hmm.
be playing Anthony Nelson, who had the big game against the Saints a couple weeks back, and then it'll be Chris Braswell. You might see some Mohamed Kamara
Hmm.
as
I seen
well.
that. So he heard he might be a practice squad elevation or something.
Yeah, he'll probably get called up. So it'll probably be a mix of those guys, and then obviously you have Yaya in there. He's gonna play a bunch. So
Oh, Savvy vet on Levante Davis still hanging on, ain't he?
oh, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. 14 years, and he's still, he
He
has
look
lost
like
a
he's
step.
slowing down. He don't look like he's slowing
Yeah,
down to me.
he's lost a little bit of his step, but again, he's so smart in the way he's able to play and anticipate. So yeah, he's definitely always fun to watch.
My X factor is gonna be Garrett, the interior offensive line. Vita, and we ain't mentioned his name yet. Vita Veda,
Yeah,
going to be a problem. And Garrett Bradbury does not do good with strength. So we're going to have to, I guess I'd take my chance with Yaya Diaby on Will Campbell, but they had to send extra help for Garrett Bradbury over Vita Veda. Because that's going to be an interesting matchup right there, man. Garrett Bradbury, he's been solid this year. He's been better than I thought. I think he's a better run blocker than pass protector, but Vader, man, he good, man. He good, man. So that's gonna be interesting right there, man. All right, prediction time, man. What you got?
I'm gonna be true to the Bucs. I'm gonna take the Bucs 23-20 over the Patriots. I think it's gonna be a close game regardless. I think it's gonna be really fun. I really believe these are two good football teams on both sides. Well coached. I think Todd Bowles has done a great job of adjusting to his weaknesses and getting better in certain areas. And then Mike Vrabel is just like he shouldn't have. But
would you be shocked if the Patriots won?
I wouldn't be shocked. And, because when you look at Todd Bowles after the bye, he hadn't had the greatest.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's 1-5 off the bye week. His lone win was last year against the Giants. So it's going to be definitely a great game. And I think, like I was saying with Vrabel, the way he's coaching this team, it's just surprising to me that Tennessee fired him. Like it doesn't make sense. He's too good of a coach, and it's a great move by New England to get him in there.
And you said 23-20.
Yeah, I go 23-20 Buccaneers. I think I think it's gonna be close.
Yeah, I see a close one too. I'm gonna go. It hurts me, but I'm gonna go. I think what did I say? 27-24. Buccaneers. I just think coming off the bye, and I know Bowles hasn't been the best, but they got to get better at some point, right? Yeah. And then the Patriots are 7-2. Just still seems a little bit too good to be true. I feel like we're a great story right now. I do think we're good, but if we were to win this game, I think we could start talking AFC contender to get to the Super Bowl and things like that. Because then you go to Buffalo, you've been to Buffalo, you win. I didn't think they'd win that game. So I could be wrong Sunday, but I'm going to go 27-24. I think it would be a tough one. If you told me right now it's going to be sold out with Patriots fans, I'd probably go with New England, and it might be. And I got to do a show tomorrow night. And I done did 2 shows a week. Both my shows, all 3 of my shows, including this one, I picked the Bucs. So I might change it last minute tomorrow night on my last show of the week. But I'm going to go 27-24. I just think I'm going to be a little too much. I think it might come down to a late turnover or a last drive by Baker Mayfield. Maybe he has the ball last. I'm just going I just think they got to lose at some point. They've won 6 straight games. It just don't seem right to the batters, man. So they might prove me wrong. I hope I'm wrong or whatnot, but I just feel like Bucs coming off a bye, and y'all are banged up. Now, if y'all was healthy, I think y'all probably 5-6 point favorites. If y'all was healthy with Evans and Godwin and the whole crew, but I just think. We got to lose at some point. We got the Jets on Thursday Night Football, so I think you probably and the thing is, even if we lose this game, we got a quick turnaround. You got the Jets, then you got the Bengals and the Giants. So you got about 3 games that you can pile up some W's before you play Buffalo again. That's probably gonna be for the division. So, and I think y'all got Buffalo next week, right?
We do, yeah.
I'm gonna be rooting for y'all next week to beat Buffalo.
We followed this one with Buffalo, and they got the Rams after that. Ooh. So. This is a tough stretch for Bucs. It will be, it's going to be a fun game. I'm just excited to see how this matches up. And for the Bucs case, it's, I think, at either side when you look at it, if you had to lose a game, this is okay to lose because again, it's out of conference. But at the same time, nobody wants to lose. They're gonna fight to win and everything. So I expect it to be a highly competitive game, and I really am excited to see what type of game plans are brought out and how these teams attack, because again, it's 2 excellent, well-coached teams, I believe.
Completely agree, man. All right, Real Bucs Talk has the Bucs winning 23-20. I got the Bucs winning 27-24, but make sure you stay tuned tomorrow night for my final show of the week before I host a watch party, Kansas Pats Talk Patriots watch party on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Patriots versus Bucs. Make sure you guys be there. Also, make sure you hit that like button right now. Make sure you are sharing the content, and make sure you subscribe. Real Bucs Talk, can you let everybody know where they can find you at?
Yeah, you can check us out on YouTube at Real Bucs Talk. You can just type that in. You can also follow us on X at Real Bucs. So pretty much everything is just one word, Real Bucs Talk, and we do a lot of different types of content. Especially in the off season, I think we get a
Hmm.
lot of fans from other teams because we do a lot of draft work as well, film
Okay.
breakdowns of college prospects, and we're always talking more so in the offseason about other teams, free agents.
Hmm.
During the season, it is mainly Bucks centric, and we're trying to do more things, especially in the film analysis. We also have a Substack. If you want to check us out on Substack,
Okay.
we have a lot of film work there. So yeah, I really appreciate it, Ken. This has been a lot of fun, and thanks
Yes, sir,
for
man.
reaching out.
Sorry about the
This
short notice, man. Sorry about the short
it's
notice.
all good, man.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome.
We're gonna stay in contact. I'm gonna maybe try to get on one of your off season shows or whatnot,
Okay, yeah, definitely.
and
Yeah,
we'll do
definitely. That'd be
something.
cool.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, guys. Once again, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys sharing the content. And see you guys Sunday night. I mean Sunday at 1 o'clock for the Kansas Pat Talk Patriots podcast and the Patriots versus Bucks watch party for the game. 1 p.m. Eastern. See you guys, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right, sounds good.